Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So guys, in today's brand new video, we will try to do some very effective compounding. Right now we have dollars sitting in our account here and I will try to grow them. Let's see exactly how much we can potentially make here. Okay guys, so first of all, we definitely need someone here. Okay, so right now the market is currently at 122. After a distinct green candle, there's a red candle, then a green candle, then a red candle. Okay, so I'll mark some important levels here so that we clearly know there are some levels present here. Alright, the market has already successfully broken out and now it's quite likely to create a red candle here. The chances of a red candle forming in this specific area are higher. So if the market had come up just a little bit more, we certainly could have addressed it right here for a potential upward move. No problem at all. We can simply address it for the downward move instead. Okay, so I will carefully check another chart here now. Okay, I will draw a clear horizontal level right here and then I will add this particular one as well. Okay guys, so if the market gives a significant breakout here now, so we can consider taking a trade following the clear upward direction. Otherwise, we will prepare for a decisive downward move right here. Okay everyone, so I have marked this specific point here for the anticipated downward move, because if the market gives a confirmed breakout at this particular level, we can then try to observe if the market continues to go further up. However, since it has indeed given a distinct breakout at this crucial juncture, this indicates that sellers could potentially enter the market from this exact point, as this area is clearly identified as a prominent seller's area, and if it gives another confirmed breakout within this established seller's area, then it will signify that the price action is moving out of the influence of the seller's area. If the market truly breaks out, then sellers absolutely won't be able to put significant pressure on it. So we've carefully marked it here for a potential downward move because sellers will definitely try to exert pressure, especially since the market hasn't decisively broken out from that crucial level. So let's patiently wait, guys. Whenever you undertake a proper and thorough analysis, there's always an inherent risk involved, okay? There's always a proper and substantial risk, and you absolutely have to implement effective risk management strategies. If you genuinely can't manage risk effectively, then things will inevitably go wrong in terms of your overall profit and loss outcomes. Alright, okay guys, you can see that our trade here has become profitable. Okay, so I'll maximize here and open another chart. Okay guys, now we have come to AUDJPY. The market had formed 2 green candles and after that it formed 4 more green head candles. There could be a greenish movement here and up to 12 more green candles could form. Alright, so if we meticulously establish and identify a truly optimal and favorable trading level here, and subsequently endeavor to execute a strategically sound and profitable green trade in strict accordance with our predefined criteria and market analysis, there exists an exceptionally high and statistically significant probability that we will be thoroughly capable of successfully initiating and executing a highly advantageous and lucrative trading position within the dynamic market environment. However, it is critically important to observe and acknowledge that at this precise moment in time, the prevailing market indicators and sentiment are unequivocally signaling a red condition, suggesting caution or a bearish outlook, which contrasts sharply with our initial green trade aspirations. Alright guys, so I've carefully placed a trade here for a downward move because the current chances here are clearly showing red, but I'm also bringing it a little bit further down. Here you can clearly see that the market has indeed made a very good and significant pick at this particular level, right from that specific level. If you carefully look at it according to that precise level, the market will most likely give a closing position below our predetermined level. Our other important level is this one, right? So there's a strong chance that the market could potentially form a red candle here. If it forms a red candle, or even if it doesn't, it will certainly give a closing below our established level. And if it successfully closes below that crucial level, it can definitely be a winning trade for us. Okay, so let's patiently wait, guys. Overall, the prevailing market trend is clearly downward. That's precisely why we've strategically placed a trade for a downward move here, which is a significant plus point for our current position. A mere few seconds are now remaining, guys, so as you can clearly observe, our current trade here has indeed become quite profitable. Okay, so far, we have meticulously placed precisely 2 trades, and to our great satisfaction, both of these trades have turned out to be exceptionally profitable. We are now preparing to place just one more additional trade, and immediately after the completion of that trade, we will definitively conclude our trading session right here. Let's proceed with confidence. The market has demonstrated a remarkably strong and consistent movement in the downward direction, which is a significant observation. From this particular price level, we can distinctly identify the formation of one prominent green candle, followed by a series of 3 consecutive green candles in terms of their length, specifically 1, then 2, and finally 3. This distinct pattern strongly indicates that there is a crucial level present here. This is precisely the level we are identifying, primarily because these significant green candles have formed right at this juncture. Therefore, this area unequivocally represents a strong buyer's area, primarily because the market is currently exhibiting clear and robust support for buying activity at this specific point. So, considering this analysis, what exactly will be our next strategic move? We will meticulously set the parameters for the very first channel right here. I will carefully adjust and bring it down just a little bit, guys, so that we can effectively take a strategic position, trade for a down action. If the market approaches this specific and crucial level, then and only then, if the market comes around this particular price point, I will consider initiating a trade for a downward reversal, often referred to as a down recon. I will patiently wait, observing the market's movements for it to precisely reach or come near this predetermined level. Should the market experience a slight upward movement indicating a potential setup, I will then proceed to place the trade. Otherwise, if the conditions are not met, we will shift our focus and analyze another chart to identify new opportunities. Okay, it appears this market has already experienced a significant downward movement. Therefore, we must now identify what could potentially be our next significant support or resistance level. This particular level, which I am currently observing, seems to be a strong candidate. We can certainly wait for the market to interact with that level. For the next candle, we will be vigilant and prepared to take a trade, but only if the candle provides a clear and unambiguous signal confirming our analysis, guys. So I have carefully placed one downward trade here. Let's patiently wait, guys, and observe precisely what the market does in this particular situation. There are indeed significantly higher chances that the market will effectively fill this existing gap and subsequently form a distinct red candle. Let's carefully see what ultimately happens. Truly, anything and everything can happen in the dynamic world of trading. Profit and also loss are both integral and essential parts of trading, so we absolutely have to accept both outcomes. We simply can't just exclusively want to see profit and completely stay away from experiencing any losses. Look, you absolutely have to minimize your losses. You simply can't make those losses completely disappear. You are unable to remove these financial losses entirely, but you can certainly minimize them. Minimize them in the crucial sense that you truly need to make sufficient profit so that your overall losses are effectively minimized. So it's clear that losses can never be completely removed. They can only ever be minimized. So if you truly understand that experiencing a loss is also an essential part of successful trading, then you can comfortably stay here and continue your journey. Otherwise, you will inevitably keep losing in this challenging game. So my dear friends and viewers, as you can clearly see, we now have exactly $1 in our trading account, which is indeed a pretty good and respectable amount. We have successfully compounded this initial amount 3 times over here, and that's essentially it. I sincerely hope you thoroughly enjoyed watching this video. If you genuinely did, please do like it. And if you're completely new to this channel, please consider subscribing. Thank you so very much everyone for taking the time to watch this entire video. Bye bye for now.